Hello and welcome to my channel. I just wanted to do a quick share of what I've been up to. I'm going through my vintage sewing patterns and getting them ready to list. So I'm sorting through and seeing, I have quite a few. Some of them are already processed where I know that they are complete and they're okay to sell. So these are just some of them. So this is how I store them in plastic bags, and they are sealed. And if I process them, then I have a piece of cardboard in there to protect them. But I'll just show you what I do. Just thinking, this one looks pretty frail. I was just going to pick one I'll do this one here. So, but these are just some of the ones I've been collecting for a long time. There's a Vogue one that's really cool. That'll sell. I used to have a Etsy shop where I sold just sewing patterns. That's it. And I had a lot of sales from California and Hollywood where they were using the patterns for costumes. So, yeah. So I don't do that anymore, but I do have a lot, so I'll show you what I do. Let me set these somewhere where they won't avalanche on me. Okay. So this is, I'm just going to share my process, and I'm going to carefully take this out of the bag, and then see what's inside here. I don't know if it's complete or not, and this is what I do. Sorry, I forgot to put my phone on vibrate, so I'm doing that now. Okay, so what I do, I have a lot of these notepads here that I save, and this is what I do to take my notes. So basically, before I'm going to list something, I write down this is Simplicity 6239, and it's a size, just briefly when I'm looking up online to try to price it, because some of them are more than others, and it depends on the size too, that matters, and condition. Okay, and then I try to find a date. Normally you would be able to find a date here. There is a date there, but I can't read it, but most cases it's on the instructions, and the instructions can be more delicate. Okay, there is a date here, 1965, and it's down in the bottom here. So this is 1965 pattern, and I verified it. So, and then I would just look up online and see if anybody has this, if they sold it, and that kind of thing, to try to gauge my price. Then I go through and I figure out how many pieces. It'll say pieces here in this section here, list of pieces, and it's got, I'm just going to do 6239 because this is the side I'm going to look at. 6 pattern pieces, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you'll understand this method when I go along. So we've got A, B, I'm looking for C, D, E, and F. If you have more, they skip around. You'll never see an I. A lot of times they use J, K. There's certain alphabet they skip over. So my next thing would be, and don't mind my mat, this is an ironing mat. I had this a long time, ironing on it, and used to do quilting and stuff like that. So, I mean, it looks horrid, but it still works. And it was expensive. So basically what I do is first take a look at the envelope, try to straighten it out, and I'm going to iron it. I have my iron here, but I'm going to put a piece of paper over the top of this so I don't scorch it, because this is the most delicate, because you could catch on any piece of torn paper. I just try to get the front first and then look at the back. Looks like everything's pretty good. You can stick something down in there to poke these corners out, but you're more to risk damaging. So I'm just gonna do the back. This one actually looks pretty good, this envelope. If you were making a journal out of it, you would just cut the sides off, use the front, and then you could use this any way you want. So the top part here, I'm going to iron this. And what I usually do is just kind of push it with my finger and pull my paper up as I'm going, and then just iron it. Some are more tattered than others. I have repaired some that I really love so that they don't damage even more. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to iron the front. And I am using steam, so that looks pretty good. I'm just going to fold this back down. It kind of has a memory. I'm going to tuck it in so it doesn't get damaged. And then just give it a press. And then I would cut a piece of poster board. I think this is too wide for that. Let me grab my cutter and I can show you. Okay, this is probably, I'm gonna go with 8.5. And then probably less than 5, no, probably about 5.5 wide is usually what I've been doing. So it just needs to take a little bit off there. Okay. So that should slide right in, but I want to round the corners because this would be harsh to go in there. And I just used the rounder quarter inch. And I'm just going to make sure slowly and then put that in there. That's going to be its protector until it's either sold or if I'm going to put this back in my stash. But I have plenty of patterns to look at, so I am going to share. So I'm going to slide it back in this sleeve. I am not going to put the pattern pieces back in there, and I'm not going to put the instructions back in that envelope. They will be set behind here. So the instructions, I just try to glance. I kind of know certain pattern makers, how many they have and where they stop and start. Usually you know if you have the correct amount of instructions is they have their copyright at the bottom and they have hemming instructions. That means this is complete. So I'm just going to, and these are usually more delicate, tend to tear. So I'm kind of gentle with it. I'm just going to give it a quick press. And I am using the steam, and I'm going right to it. I'm not using a piece of copy paper over it. I go a lot quicker when I use my large stand-up ironing board. I like ironing, so now I'm going to open the pattern pieces up and see what I have. And it looks like it's partially cut, so I'm going to mark that down. All my notes, going over the pattern pieces, if I see any rips, writing, tears, missing this or that. So this one is, we have a number right here. This, and I verify 6239, and this is F. So I'm going to mark F off. Then I'm going to iron it. These are pretty durable, but they can rip. All my patterns before I sell them are verified that all the pieces are there in condition. And I basically just want to get this small enough to fit back in here in this envelope. This one's a little awkward, so I'm going to go this way first. And then fold it that way. And just give it an iron. And then when I'm done with all of them, I'm going to tuck them in there. And then this will go in the back side of the envelope. So I'm basically going to set those there and go on to the next piece. And I'm being careful because you don't know if the previous owner, if they put pins in them or not. I have found a lot of pins and I throw them away. I do not save pins. So this one is 6239. I'm verifying, and it's C. So I'm going to just mark off C and then iron it. And I'm kind of squished up on space here, so otherwise it would go a lot quicker. I can do quite a few in a short period of time. This is something I've done for years. So I think this one here, I'm going to fold it this way. And then this way here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm not paying attention. And then I just want to make sure that the height of this is going to be okay. I'm going to fold this down. And then I'm just going to give it a press. And the next piece would be, I think this is all one piece. Sorry if I get in your face with it. 6239, and it's A. So I'm going to mark off my A. I did cheat a little bit and went through the patterns to pick one that didn't have a lot of pieces. So this is where my my big stand-up ironing board would come in handy, because it gets kind of crazy. I have to keep flipping them around to get it all ironed. I just want to get it smoothed out so when I fold it, everything's protected. And I'm almost thinking I'm going to go half this way because it seems to be the same angles. And then I'll fold it in on itself. I always like to protect all these corners. And I'm going to bring that in there because I'm going to fold this down. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my instructions. So that's where it's going to be housed, back in there. I was one of those that used to iron my first child, diapers. We had a diaper service, yeah, for a short time. Okay, there's that one. Next one is F6239. I have found, why do I have an extra F? $62.39. I already marked that off. Okay, this might be the facing. It might be one is the actual pattern and one is the facing. Oh, it's a different view. More than one view. View 4. Okay, so it's different for a different view. So I didn't pay attention to that. Ha. Okay, so it's so I have more than 6. So I have 2F, 2D, 2B. So I have 2, 2, 2. Oh goodness, I might have 3. Okay, this part hurts my brain. So I'm just going to keep going. I'll figure it out later. I'll just iron everything. But it is $62.39. And what it is they have a different views to the, like, this one here has a different, the armhole facing, same as 4, 3, and 2. I believe they all have different armhole pieces, so that's why that is. Okay, just gonna iron them. But you get the idea. I know it probably is totally cuckoo to a lot of people, but I used to do this as a pretty good business, and that's all I did was sewing patterns, sell them. Thank goodness this is going to fit. Just want to make sure this is going to fit in here, and it is almost dinner. It's such an awkward piece. I'm hoping that'll fit. Yep. Okay, so this one here is $62.39B. If I don't like this video, I won't I won't post it. If it's not helpful, I hope it's helpful. But it gives you an idea of what I go through to for my patterns. I just I see some of the same patterns that I have for Top Dollar, and it says pattern pieces not verified. Well, okay, that's okay if you are selling it for mixed media, but if you sell it to somebody that wants to make this pattern and you ship it to them, they're expecting the pattern pieces to be in there so that they could make that outfit. And then it's on you. So if I'm going to take the time to sell these, either if it's missing a piece, I'm going to list it, and it will be in a different listing with mixed media and others. I even have a envelope here of pieces, parts that were in other pattern packages that did not belong, so they're in here, so they're kind of the lost and found. I have a list so I can quickly find them. Okay, 6239E. So I think it's probably just the armhole that's had the extra pieces. I'm starting to lose daylight here, so I hope my lighting is okay. I just wanted to do a quick video and share what I've been up to. Just basically getting these down to a manageable size so that they will fit back in here. Otherwise, if you go to ship something and it's all like big, puffy and everything, it does matter. And then, you know, the person receiving it, you know, they've got to go through it and they don't know if something's missing, or you could easily count them when they're all folded. Okay, there's D. I should have all the pieces accounted for. So this is a big piece because it's the blouse front. So I'm going to be careful here so I don't rip it. I hope this is helpful. I mean, maybe I'm the only one that does this totally nutso thing, but look at the coloring on this. This would be a good mixed media. Okay, I'm just going to take a minute because this is crinkled, and if I iron it, it's going to rip. You can tug on it just a little bit when you're ironing, it'll smooth it out, but what's nice is I can fold this up nicely and put it in the package. Customer can iron it and it will come out perfectly smooth. Not totally smooth, but something's not right here. Just trying to hurry so that this is not an hour long. Okay. This one's kind of awkward, so I'm just going to go fold it in half first. And then I want to fold this down so it's protected inside. And then probably going to fold this like so. There we go. And then I can just roll it. I'm just going to fold this in so it's protected. There we go. So there's all the pieces that's one of them. Took me 25 minutes, but I do them a lot faster. I've timed myself actually. So these all are going to go in here. And then I'm going to slide them in the back side of here. I'm just going to pull this up a tad so I don't cram it in. It's going to go back here. And then I'm going to write complete on there. And if I had any rips or tears on anything, writing on the instructions. When I list it, I will make a note of the condition of the envelope, and then I just slide this in the back of here, and I will look up comparable patterns if any are listed now. That way I know how to price it. But there's that one. It'll be in here until I'm ready to list it. I have a bin that I'm getting ready, but I can look in the back part of here and see that it's complete. This one's ready to go. I can take photographs and list it. So that's how that works. I'm curious about this one here. Caught my eye. This is a really old one. I'm not going to process this one because it does have some tears in the envelope, but it's super cute and it's purple. I do see a staple there, so I'm just going to be gentle, but this is kind of what I could not ever put this in my shop like this. There's no way. It will be, well, if you ever ordered anything from me, you know that everything gets shipped and is protected. This is kind of like a train wreck. So yeah, I will iron this. This is the instructions. I'm just curious of the date, and there is a staple. I want to get that staple off so it doesn't damage anymore. I do not like staples. Okay, it's gone. Staple's gone. I'll iron this out. Don't see a date. Let's see if there's a date on here. My iron's still going. I can get this open. It's a little fragile. Yeah, it's gonna rip. Okay, the best thing to do is get it going in the right direction. Okay. This one probably does not have a date on it. I don't see a date on it. Yeah, no. And it's not on the envelope, so I'll have to do a research on there. There is a, it's called, let's see what it's called. I got it on one of mine. These I've already gone through. It's called Advanced or Vintage Pattern something. Of course, I don't have it on there. VintagePattern.com. You can, because I found it for this one here. This one's 1960s, and I found this one on eBay for $15.60, Etsy for $15.60, and eBay for $14.99. So I will be somewhere there around there, but maybe in the middle. I haven't decided. So these are all these, and this is another one that I haven't brought out yet. I love this one, but I don't know if the rest of the pieces are in there. It could be pieced. I can show you how I repair them, but it's pretty easy. So I think I have one that I have repaired here. I could show you. It was pretty bad. Sad. Where are you? Nope. Nope. I mean, I've got some really cool ones. These are already, that one. This one, I don't know if I'm going to let it go because it has my name on there, Celeste. So, love it. Where are you? I know there was one. I can't find it. Okay, did such a good job fixing it. Oh, here it is. Okay. This one here I repaired. It was ripped right here. Ooh, I didn't do my corners on that one. Okay. This one I repaired because everything was there, and I probably could add something right here too because it's pretty brittle. But I just put a piece of paper in there with some glue stick and just shoved it down in there because it was a big tear right here and a big tear right there. But it would still be cool. You know, that's still pretty cool. But I wanted to keep it intact. But condition does matter on price. If it has a lot of, now there's a rip right there, I could put something on there, and I might, right there, it's ripped back there, and I might have just done that, but that's how fragile these are. So I'm just going to keep this cardboard back in there. Slide it back in there. And that one is complete. It's all cut. So that one's ready to go. I think I did see somebody had it on eBay for $9 and Etsy for $12. And I put on there envelope repaired. So yeah. So I don't know, but I have a lot of them I have to get rid of. So whenever I decide to put these in the shop, they'll be there. I'll let you know. But this one is just too adorable. Too adorable. Beautiful color. So very fragile. I'll have to smooth this out, give it an iron. The same with this top part here. At least it's all there. So yeah, hopefully all the pieces are there, but that's a lot of nonsense right there. And just smoothing this out with the iron really helped because it was crinkled. I couldn't even open it. So, all right, that's it. I'm going to end my video, and I just wanted to share what I've been up to and just doing my thing. I took this month off. I may have to take a little bit longer. I'm just figuring out what I want to do, where I want to go with things, and destash some of my patterns. A lot of my patterns. I have a lot. I have bins and bins and bins. I've been collecting them for a long time, so I can't keep dragging them around with me. Okie doke. I hope that was helpful, and I'm sure it was totally not so, and people are probably like, oh my goodness, you do that? Yes, I do that. That's how much I care about these beauties, because we will never see them again. That's it. It's beautiful artwork. would make a beautiful journal cover or page. Yeah, love it. Okay, have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.